Thank you for tuning in and welcome. I'm Mother Nurgle, and with me today I have Errant.
Hello.
We are gonna talk about some of the kill teams previewed by Games Workshop.
Yes.
Today is Thursday, and so far 6 kill teams have been previewed.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I have asked you to join me because you actually play 3 of them. Two.
I consider 3 of them to be my kill team of choice.
Yeah.
I'm still.
You do not have an Ork army.
No,
but you used to have an Ork army.
Yeah, I hardly have a Skitarii army as such either. Or well, I do, but it's in boxes mostly.
Yeah. It's behind us.
Yes.
So, but you have played Skitarii.
I have played a bit of Skitarii in 40k, mainly in 7th edition.
Yeah.
I played them a little in 8th edition and considered painting up the rest of the army, but well, after playing them with the limited models I have and watching battle reports and stuff, they just don't have the feel that I wanted from them.
You like Skitarii, but not Mechanic.
I like the Skitarii more than I like Cult Mechanicus, and in the current codex, focus is on Cult Mechanicus units, and the Skitarii units seem a bit meh.
Yeah.
And that's a shame, I think. I really like the core Skitarii units.
Okay, so the kill team, does it have the right feel?
It actually features 4 of the 5 units that I really like in the army. So I'd say that definitely helps a lot.
And it has the blah 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 of the Omnisire.
It has the canticles of the Omnisire, which in Shadow War Armageddon it did not. In Shadow War Armageddon, the Skitarii kill team were written by somebody who had no idea what the Cult Mechanicus of Skitarii was supposed to be like.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
I mean, their hardcore super plasma gun were a slightly worse plasma gun. And that was pretty much what they had in that game. They didn't have any canticles, they didn't have anything to make them feel special. And
do they have canticles in kill team?
They do.
They do.
They do. At least if the preview is
accurate.
Something to go by.
Yeah.
They're supposed to have canticles they can use every turn to buff certain aspects of their style.
Alright, so they have the right feel.
Yeah, they do. What remains to be seen, and I have to look in the actual book for that, is if they will fit my playstyle.
So what is your playstyle?
Well, to be honest, I like bruisers, or juggernauts, if you will.
Why did you ever pick Skitarii?
Because I figured guys who are mostly bionic would be pretty bruiser-ish.
Bruiser-ish? Yeah, sure.
But yeah, I always liked playing bruisers. Glass cannons or high damage dealers and stuff like that is not necessarily for me compared to... And ultra tanky no damage output is not really for me either, so bruisers.
Okay. So, you want to deal out damage?
Yeah, and I'm not too interested in
melee, really?
Preferably in melee, yeah.
Okay.
And I'm not too interested in trickery. And
then it's definitely not the kill team for you.
And Skitarii does carry quite a bit of trickery with them.
When they have the right feel, yes, then they do.
Yeah. So I don't know. Perhaps I will play them, and probably as a secondary kill team.
Okay.
I'm still undecided on my main kill team, but
we have to choose from.
Yeah.
It's either your Dark Angels or the Orks.
Yeah.
So let's start out with the Dark Angels. Do they feel Dark Angel-y?
No.
And
no.
I can answer this already because they are totally vanilla.
They are vanilla Space Marines, and I'm not as bummed about that as I would be if I were a Space Wolf or even Blood Angel player, I think.
Okay.
I think Space Wolves and Blood Angels need their special feel even more than the Dark Angels do.
I agree. Yeah.
I mean, there are no Assault Marines, so Blood Angel players should be devastated, and Space Wolves, they just don't work the same way. I mean,
no,
even the fact that Space Wolves can take regular scouts just seems incredibly off.
Mm-hmm. And of course there is the question of the Thunder Wolves, which were previewed in the trailer and then suddenly disappeared.
Even in Shadow War Armageddon, the Space Wolves scouts could take different weapons and stuff to make them special.
So they definitely do not have the right feel. But you play Dark Angel.
Yeah, and it's, as I said, it's less daunting, but still. I picked up Dark Angel because of the little differences.
Mm-hmm. And they're not.
And they're not translated into Shadow Armageddon. I almost said into Kill Team. Where in Shadow Armageddon we at least had different skill trees.
Mm-hmm.
There were not Dark Angels, but there were Dark Angel successors, so that was good enough. And here it seems we won't even have that. They will just be vanilla Space Marines.
Yeah.
And on top of that, I hate mixing Baby Marines and Primaris Marines.
Actually, you usually say you have 2 Dark Angel
exactly.
armies. You have the Baby Marines and the Primaris.
Or regular Marines and Primaris, if you will.
Okay. But you never mix them.
No, I don't. I kind of like them both for different reasons, but I think they look silly when mixed. And if I don't mix them, then it's suddenly a kill team with only 2 options: either scouts and tacticals, or rivals and intercessors.
But you did see the post on Twitter, right?
Yeah, I saw a post on Twitter where
a DW employee
managed to actually make a pretty diverse kill team, Space Wolf actually, using only Primaris Marines.
Yeah. So they have a lot of different options.
They have some different options, and then and then you add on the specialities and stuff. But when you look at, say, Tyranids and what they get, I'm amazed that they didn't put in a Hellblaster, for instance. They
came out yesterday with their 5 options.
Yeah, and including
Gene Stealers.
And some really big monsters.
Yes.
So a Hellblaster would have been nice to add, because that would have given me the option to feel more Dark Angel-y, having plasma guns.
Yeah. And your Hellblasters is definitely a big part of your playing style when you play Primaris.
They are lovely bruises.
Yeah, and we hate them. Well, the rest of us. The rest of the crew hate them, or something like that.
Fear them.
Okay,
fear them.
We do fear them. Yeah.
Anyway, I will, however, probably play Primaris or Baby Marines as my first kill team. Not my primary kill team, but because I have so many painted options.
Yes.
And we want to get started right away.
We definitely want that.
I'll probably throw together either Mini Marines, because I have magnetized scouts and loads of other stuff for those.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'll simply pick out some Reavers and some Intercessors and put them on the table. For starters.
For starters.
And if I decide for them to be my main kill team, I will do dedicated models with custom heads and names and reposing and all that jazz.
How do you feel about them being generalists? Being Combiavins, really? They can do everything, or at least that's a description of them.
I like Space Marines, as we've been into. I like bruisers, and Space Marines are bruisers incarnate. They are exactly what I look for, in at least fluff-wise.
Yeah.
So, depending on how game balance have affected how they've written them.
Mm-hmm.
If they are like, okay, little bit of shooting, little bit of melee, little bit of tankiness, but nothing really good, then it's a downer, and I won't probably play them for very long. But I kind of doubt that. If it's balanced, then they will be good.
Okay.
And if Space Marines are good, it's because they're tough and can dish out some damage.
So.
And from what I gather, there are minimum trickery. Which means the more room in the power scaling to give them stats.
Definitely. So, speaking about being tough and...
tough and strong.
Tough and strong, and not that much triggery.
Mm-hmm.
The Orks.
Yeah.
So, you kind of have the bits lying around.
I started making a kill team of Orks for Shadow War Armageddon, using a lot of crumb leg bits. Yeah. All the torsos and all the heads, and converting a whole lot and magnetizing everything. But then Shadow War died, and now I have unpainted but assembled. I think I have like 10 boys and bits enough for 5 more at least, including a nub and a couple of big shooters, and tons of bits from the Shadow War core set, and some Crumb Lake stuff. And I want to pick that up again and get it done at some point.
But they are unpainted, so...
They're unpainted and they're unfinished. I haven't even drilled the barrels of the guns yet.
Yeah,
I mean, and I only magnetized arms enough for the options I needed for Shadow Armageddon.
True.
So I'll have to look at that. But I'll be able to make commandos and boys and whatnot from those. There were no commandos in Shadow Armageddon, but because they are so customized, I can just say, oh, all the guys with top hats are commandos, or all the guys with huge mohawks are commandos. Or
they will look kind of punk.
That's what I'm going for. I like the 80s Ork look.
Yeah.
And Crumb Lake makes fantastic.
Are they plastic or resin?
The resin bits, but they really look good. So yeah. If Orks feel right, then I definitely want to paint them up and play them. And they might even contest to be my primary kill team.
They too have 5 options.
They do, they do. I'm still not sure what I'm going to do for Gretchens to get them punk rock enough. But depending whether you need to add Gretchens or not.
Or you want to.
Yeah.
You do like goblins, goblinoids.
I do like goblinoids if I can find the right minis for them.
Yeah.
I think the existing ones are actually kind of cool, but maybe they would look a bit out of place with the heavily converted orcs and stuff. I'll have to look at that.
So, but how does it feel as written?
As written?
In the preview.
Oh, sadly the first thing they say in the preview is that this is if you don't want to think at all.
Yeah.
This is the playing style when you just want to bruise.
Yeah.
And
that's perhaps too little trickery for you?
No, it's not the lack of trickery, it's the lack of finesse, I'd say.
Yeah, strategy.
Yeah, but then again, I'm pretty sure that it's up to the individual gamer to find a playstyle within the rules.
Yeah, and especially with 5 unit options.
What I could be afraid of is that often orcs have to be massed. There have to be a lot of them, and that damages the individual orc to make them balanced.
Yeah.
I like the individual orc, especially in skirmish games, to be a very dangerous seen as creature.
Yeah.
I mean, when you read the novels and stuff, an orc is really not to be trifled with. Orcs are dangerous. And if they have that feel, that would make me very happy.
But if they are worth less than a god.
Yeah, or just on par with a god.
Yeah.
Then orc boys will not interest me very much.
No.
So.
Okay, so you have chosen 3 potential kill teams that all come with terrain.
Yeah, they're all either in the starter box or getting a box at release.
Of course, all 16 kill teams
will probably
get some terrain, but your 3 kill teams will be playable right away.
From the get-go. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about the looters and burners, because they're very shooty and I want my orcs to be very melee. But burners look really cool. I'm not too sure what I think about the looters, but
but what about the server haulers? Yeah,
they come with server haulers.
Yeah.
And we already have a set of those, don't we?
Yes, we do.
So
unpainted though, but yes, we do.
So that'll just go into the endless queue of scenery production line.
Yeah, there is that. But for some reason, Gene Stealers and Skitarii come with the Imperial.
With the new Sector Imperialis.
Sector Imperialis.
Yeah, I think
those two warbands, of all the warbands, I would think
really
they would go with Sector Mechanicus.
I agree. I think that when they designed the game and decided on the starter box, the Imperialis were not a thing yet.
Yes, so they just
I think the design team expected to go with the same terrain as we saw in Shadow Armageddon, basically.
Yes.
I don't think, but then the new terrain came and they wanted to promote that, which is also why we see on release date another battle zone coming out. I think that was originally the battle zone that was supposed to be in the start set.
And those two sets, or those two ranges, are combinable.
Yeah,
The new Sector Imperialis do have vents
that fits the pipelines and stuff.
Pipelines and relay conduits.
Stuff like that.
I think it's pronounced. Yeah. But Space Wolves coming out with it's Sector Mechanicus. It's weird, right?
Yeah, a little bit, but
can't we just throw them at Tundra or something like that?
I don't know. I mean, they're not Space Wolves in my mind. They're just generic Space Marines.
Yeah.
They come with a transfer sheet, and that's the only Space Wolfy thing about them.
And the name of the box, really.
I did consider for a brief moment to make my Kill Team Space Wolf.
Yes. Until you saw the preview.
Yes. If Space Wolves had been a separate kill team, I might actually have gone for those because I'd like to have, at some point, a small force of Space Wolves to ally with my Dark Angels.
You're so fluffy.
And that's not just because of the stratagem, it is because it would, in my mind, fit the lore very well. So yeah, that was a thought I had.
Okay, so you will be going for Dark Angels?
I'll start with Dark Angels no matter what. And then I'll have to read up and figure out what's going to be my main and my second. I'll probably try to limit myself, at least for the foreseeable future, to 2 kill teams.
And none of the rest, what are we down to? 13, 15 kill teams?
I'm not too psyched about the Rogue Trader models, though. I love the concept of a Rogue Trader kill team.
Me too. But the steampunk... Well, I love the dog.
I like the dog. I actually really like the regular uniformed guys.
I don't like them either.
It's those characters that just don't feel right for me. So I'm not sure. I think it'll be one of these... 1 or 2 of these 3 to be my primary and secondary kill team.
Alright.
Though Imperial Guard does... I mean...
Yeah, you were talking about a planetary defense force.
Imperial Guard does allow me to do what I did with the Orks, go on bit sites, finding some really cool heads, and for a small force, not having to do it on a giant infantry-based army, but maybe doing 10 miniatures, buying custom heads, really put some love into them.
And that's it. You and Sleeping Bear and Laspar have been talking about an Imperial army for...
a Guard army for a long time.
Imperial Guard army, but then Ronan picked them up and it was kind of a relief.
For a long time we talked about
sharing one.
Sharing an army just to have an Imperial Guard army in our meta. But Ronan fixed that. Thank you, Ronan.
Thank you, Ronan. So, I will of course be playing Nurgle.
Yeah, Death Guard.
Death Guard from the get-go, and when the Rogue Trader expansion is out, I will pick up whatever that is.
Yeah, and then you'll figure out what you want to be a primary and secondary of those.
Yeah.
Depending on what you enjoy playing.
Exactly. So, but what terrain are we going with? What kill zone? Because it's kill zone environments.
I want them all.
Of course we want them all, but from starters we do have, I'm not quite sure if you can see it, yes, we do have a lot of this.
We have a lot of Gothic ruins.
We have the Gothic ruins
from Gale Force 9.
Yeah.
And I think we'll just be going with those on the starter board till we get some more stuff painted up.
Yeah. We do have a lot of the old Sector Imperialis as well.
Yeah, and a lot of Sector Mechanicus that needs painted.
A lot. Well, Not just a lot. A lot.
Yeah, but I'm working on Imperial Knights right now, but it is definitely on my queue list.
Yes. But I think I like the new Sector Imperialis the most.
I think it's pretty.
Especially...
Depending on how it's painted. I've seen some of the examples are actually pretty ugly, but that's always the way, and taste plays a big part in that, of course.
But one thing I noticed, even though there will be kill zone expansions, like the Sector Mechanicus, the Sector Mechanicus one is, well, the board is somewhat bare. It comes with 3 sets of Sector Mechanicus terrain. It comes with some pipelines, it comes with, I have no idea what the high stuff is, but... Yeah. Chimneys, something like that.
The chimney-looking thingy.
And, of course, an incinerator.
Yeah.
But for me, Sector Mechanicus has to be a lot more packed for it to work. But perhaps that's the Shadow War Armageddon.
Well, we have enough when painted to cram the table.
Of course we do. And we can always use both sets. Both from the starter set and from the Sector Mechanicus set.
Sure.
Because they are interchangeable.
Yeah, I'm sure that unless I'm mistaken, the game will open up a lot of options when you build your table, especially if you're playing open or narrative play.
Yeah.
I mean, for matched play, I would probably go with the terrain that came in the box and put it up the way they tell me to in the book.
Okay.
Because that's matched play.
Yeah, okay.
But we will probably...
we will probably not play that much matched play.
We might do a few for the sake of one-off games for battle reports and stuff.
Yeah.
But I think where it really becomes interesting is to do some narrative campaigning. Also...
I really like the missions as well.
The article that came up yesterday, or... Well, that will, because this will come up tomorrow, and then it will be the day before that. But the article about the 3 game modes.
It came up Tuesday, yeah.
Have some pretty cool suggestions for open play, like say, take a kill team, and then see how many poxwalkers they can kill before they go down themselves.
Yeah.
I think that could be a really fun play.
I definitely want to write my own scenarios.
Also,
I actually already have, but they were discarded because, well, you couldn't really make a detachment. It was too low count, the model count.
Yeah, you wrote them for 40k, but figured they were better for a skirmish game. And then
enter kill team.
Exactly.
So one thing that really bugs me about the terrain is that the Ulfric, or whatever he's called, the Space Wolf. The terrain that come with that box is the same that comes with the starter set.
No, with the kill zone.
Yeah. No. It comes with the chimney looking.
Yeah, that comes in the Mechanicus kill zone.
Yeah, exactly. And that. Well, why would you want 2 sets of, especially because, well, we have at least 1 set already, so it's weird.
I don't think it's that weird, actually. They have only so many small terrain kits, and they have 16 kill teams to go through, and each of them needs to come with a small terrain set. Yeah,
and they are all between £15 and 23.
Yeah.
They are 22.5, if I'm not mistaken, and the server haulers is 15.5.
Yeah, so it's possible to actually go look at the terrain page and see what we will be getting if we pick up them all.
Yeah. So, but let us know below if your kill team of choice feel the right way.
Yeah, and what it is. I'd actually just like to see below what you're gonna play and why. Maybe just what you're gonna play, but why would be cool too.
And one thing I would really like to know, is it your main army in 40k?
Yeah,
or
exactly.
do you even play 40k?
Or do you do like me? Do you have like a couple of options and then you'll wait to see what will be your primary and secondary?
Yeah, let us know below.
Yeah, let's get some comments going. We promise to comment and react to everything.
We definitely will. So, take care.
Bye bye.